Good afternoon, kings and queens, gentlemen and ladies. This is Refined Rose back with another video. Hey, have y'all ever thought the reason why some of these abusers don't get arrested because they work with the feds? And you may ask, what do you mean they work with the feds? Like, it's such as my situation. My husband, he brags about beating the feds and they have a 99.99% conviction rate. And him and 31 other people went down in a drug bust. And everybody else went to the federal penitentiary, including his brother. His brother went for 19 long years. He had to do the time for the crime, and he got out, and he was on probation for 8 years, and I think his probation ended this past April. So, and he brags about how dumb they was to get caught. They should have had a job making money and selling the dope on the side, and they was just so dumb and reckless just to get caught. And he didn't get caught because he had a job and he was working at Walmart, and he had a whole lot of other little side businesses. But one has to think, how come the other 32 got arrested, but he walked away free with no charges? So I was speaking with someone today and talking about the situation, and this particular person told me, do you think he is feds? Did he switch and go to the feds? He said, how could he be the only one to walk away and 32 other people go to jail? Did he tell on those other 31 people and they had to do the time? He said, you got to be really, really careful with that. And plus, he always say if he go to jail, he go get right out. He challenged police officers to arrest him. So y'all, we got to be careful when we get with these abusers and we really don't know them, and then we get in a relationship with them and we see them challenging law enforcement. As in my case, I saw my husband challenging law enforcement, like daring them to arrest him. They didn't arrest him, y'all. And I don't know why they didn't arrest him. Maybe they didn't have the time. Maybe it wasn't time. Maybe they didn't have the time to do all that paperwork, because there's a lot of paperwork involved. Like I had a brother that passed away. See this patch? He was in law enforcement in Waxahachie, Texas. He was killed in the line of duty. And there's a lot of paperwork that goes involved with arresting these people. So, like I say, he would challenge them. It was never any arrest. I've called the police officer, law enforcement on my husband plenty of times. But this last time when he broke my pinky finger on my right hand, and I had bruises pretty much all over my body, my arms, hands, like different places on my body, and they took pictures of the bruising. They took him to jail that last time, August the 9th of 2024, and they gave me a protective order, but he still kept doing stuff afterwards and having his family members do stuff afterwards. But it just wasn't enough for them to put him, to lock him up and put him in jail. He would have got out. He would have got out either that day or the next day. So it was a peculiar question one of the officers asked me. One of the many times that I called law enforcement on him, they asked me, is your husband selling drugs? And I'm like, I don't know. I heard that he used to be involved with some people that was selling drugs, and a lot of them got busted and went down, and they wasn't surprised. I guess they asked me that question to see what my response was going to be. They say, he'll really go to jail for a long time if he come here and you call us and he has drugs on him. We can really bust him and we can really put him away. Well, I'm thinking to myself, now, I'm not going to be anybody's bait for them to get busted. Y'all are going to have to watch him on your own, get enough evidence to bust him yourself and put him away for the criminal that he is. Going around ruining women's lives. He was married the first time I'm the second wife, to another lady for 21 years that has been part of the whole organization. When I say part of it, because she benefited from it. And he told me she benefited from it because of all the vehicles that they had. They need to realize I am not the first wife. I'm the second wife. And they probably know that. They probably been watching. I can't tell you anything doing a criminal organization. I'm the wrong wife. I didn't benefit at all off of this. I retired from the Air Force. I get my own check from the VA. I converted it over to a VA check because it's tax-free, and I'm also disabled, so I get Social Security benefits. I'm not part of a criminal ring. Wrong wife. Ask the first wife questions of 21 years. Maybe she'll burst and tell him, and maybe not, because she was still involved with him the whole entire time while we were married. All I'm saying, y'all, is be careful. We don't know who we are inviting into my lives. I didn't know this man had all this stuff going on. When I say all this stuff, it's a lot. And I know a lot about the people that he's hanging around, but they're being flying monkeys for him, and they may end up back in jail again, or in jail if they never win, because he's getting their personal business and he has loose lips and ships. That's all I have for now. Refine Rose out. Bye for now.